So we have a guest on the channel today, Namdi. From these 3 items, one of them is a cake. So we're going to get Namdi to pick out which one it is.
Right. One of these.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Without touching it.
How much time have I got?
A few seconds.
Just a few seconds, and I'm not allowed to touch.
No.
Okay. I know you've been making amazing cakes, you know, so I know it's not gonna be this one because this looks too simple. I'm guessing it's gonna be this one because this is like one of the kind of cakes you make. Hanging cake. Is it this one? Okay. I think I'll go for this one.
That one?
Yeah, I'll go for this one.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Okay, do you want to touch it then and figure out
which
it
it
is?
is?
Yeah.
Definitely it's not this one. Yeah, of course.
Difficult, isn't it?
Oh. Wow. Really? A hanging cake.
Yeah, a hanging cake.
You I mean, come on, Chidema.
It's a hanging cake.
Hanging cake. Wow. I literally thought it was this one. Wow. A hanging cake.
You want to try one of the leaves?
Wow.
It's edible.
Edible, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. This is lovely. Amazing indeed. Wow. That's the cake. That's the cake. Wow. This is fantabulous. If that even means anything.
Hi guys. Welcome back to Create with Chidex. My name is Chidema, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made a hanging vase cake with climbing vine plants. I saw this vase online, loved it, and decided to recreate it in cake. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right to it. I started out with a custom made triangular cake board. So what I'm going to do now is to fill in the bottom part with modeling chocolate. This modeling chocolate is going to act as my support for the cake. I'm also going to cover the sides of the board as well. Then I'll try to smoothen the modeling chocolate as much as possible. Before I start carving the cake, I'm going to make the leaves for my hanging vine plant. First, I'll rub a light coat of vegetable fat on some artificial leaves. I'll be using these leaves as a mold to make my edible wafer paper leaves. I've got a sheet of edible wafer paper here, so I'll cut out some leaf-like shapes using my scissors. I'll be making leaves of different sizes so that my final plant will look realistic. To form the leaves, I'll completely wet one side of the edible wafer paper with green gel color and some water. Then I'll place that side face down on the artificial leaf before painting on a second coat on top. I'm going to make sure that my edible wafer paper is completely drenched with the liquid. After painting the wafer paper leaves, I'll leave them to dry overnight so that they can dry completely. When they are completely dry, they pull back a bit from the edges of the artificial leaf, so it will be easy to peel them off. To make the vines, I cut different lengths of thick green sugarcraft wires. Taking one out, fold the tip. Then I'll take a small strip of wafer paper that I dipped into my green color mixture and wrap it around the tip of the wire. I'll then paint on a bit more of the color at the middle. Stick one of my dried wafer paper leaves on top before wrapping the strip around the wafer paper leaf. When the strip is completely wrapped around the wafer paper leaf, I'll hold on to it for a few seconds just to help it stick better. I'll stick on the rest of the leaves along the wire, following the same process. After attaching the leaves for each vine, I'll fold the sugarcraft wires at different points so that it's not completely straight. To hide the joining strips that I used to stick the leaves on, I'll paint them with my green edible color mixture. I made a number of the vines with different lengths and different number of leaves before moving on to carving the cake. I've got a piece of cake here and I'm going to carve it to roughly the same shape and width of the top part of my custom made cake board. To be able to add my buttercream filling, I'll split the cake into 3 smaller layers. I forgot to mention earlier on that I attached the picture hanging wire to my cake board, and so I had to cover the wire with melted chocolate to protect the cake from the bare wire. So to make allowance for this protruding melted chocolate, I had to cut out a small piece of cake from underneath the top cake layer. Using buttercream, I'll start sticking my layers on, carving each one as I go. I've attached and carved the first layer, so I'll do the same for the second. And lastly, the third. I've finished carving, so I'll apply buttercream all over the surface of the cake. Then put it in the fridge to chill for about an hour. The cake is nicely chilled, so I'll roll a log of fondant, attach it to the top edge of the cake, and cut it down to size. Then I'll cover the entire cake with a rolled out sheet of fondant. Before cutting it down to size as well. The next thing I'm going to do is to wrap the ends of my wafer paper vine plants with florist tape to protect the cake from the sugarcraft wires. Then I'll insert the edible vine plants into the cake and arrange them. After attaching the longer vines, I attached some single leaves at the top to fill it up. And there you have it. Our hanging vase and climbing plant cake is done. And as usual, I'm going to cut it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!